Hello and welcome back to Calradia Expanded at War, and we're going to shake things up here. Oh yes, we are going to shake things up because, well, let's face it, we are basically at the crossroads. There's a fork in the road ahead of us, and on one side there is a noose, and on the other side there is a sheer cliff leading into some very pointy spikes. Yes. Basically, we have two options, and both of them lead to death. So we're going to try our very best to see what we can do here. So we're going to go into the kingdom screen, and yes, we're going to be leaving the kingdom. But we're going to be keeping all of our holdings. Yes, we are going to attempt to keep all of our holdings. This is going to be very tricky because the Vlandians are going to declare war against me. I'm not entirely sure how powerful the Vlandians actually are, because if you think about it, I own most of the fiefs that the Vlandians even have access to at the moment. The only ones that they actually own that are of any consequence are the towns in Sturgian-ish territory. Apart from that, we shouldn't have to worry about them at all. So let's keep all the holdings, see what happens. Here we go. All right, let's make sure that the game is paused, and let's take a quick look and see what the new lay of the land is, so to speak. Now, we are going to lose a huge amount of relation with everyone, but bear in mind that the people that we already had negative 100 relation with, they really don't care anyway. They just, you know, they hate our guts no matter what. But apart from that, most people are going to maintain a positive relation with us, which is actually fantastic. So here is what we currently have to deal with. All right, so we currently have to deal with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 castles. That's quite significant, actually. I thought that there may not be that many, but okay, 10 castles. And then how many towns do we have to deal with? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. That is... Oh, actually, and Kavloniki is all the way down there. But do bear in mind that the Vlandians... Oh, yes, and there's also Tubulis Castle there too. But yes, obviously the Vlandians are at war against two other factions at the same time. So we are obviously going to keep our fiefs, and we are going to create a kingdom straight away. So what we're going to do, available cultures are limited to the clan's culture as well as any owned settlements cultures. This is actually very cool in my opinion, because it basically means that you can adapt your kingdom to suit your needs. And I'm going to be staying with the Vlandians because I personally like that a whole bunch. And we are also going to now have the ability to determine policies. Right, okay, so now here's the thing. I think Sacred Majesty is good. Noble Retinues is also good. I think Serfdom is also good, but I don't know. It would actually be really good if they would give me the opportunity to see what these policies are actually going to give me without me having to remember which ones are good. You know what I mean? I think Royal Guard is good. Yep, Royal Guard is good. King's Mercenaries? No, that's not that good. Okay, we'll just go with those for the moment, and we are now going to be calling ourselves... okay, yes, I've already used the barony title in the previous series, so I am obviously unable to use it here. I'm thinking sovereignty of something, or potential something sovereignty, so... I mean, I don't really want to go for... Should I literally just go for something as mundane as Bear-Tilled sovereignty? I mean, that is very... you know, you kind of have the... You know what I mean. It's literally kind of a bit janky. It doesn't really sound good, you know what I mean? Does it sound good to you? No, I don't think so, but I'm going to go for that. I can always change it, and we are going to be declaring war on all these people, obviously, and I can, I believe I can change it anytime. I think I can go up here. Yeah, so you can just change it anytime you want. Okay, so now, here we go. Now we have our own faction, so now we're going to see what we can do. It is basically just me, as you can see right there. And bear in mind that I actually don't have any influence, which is obviously a bit of a problem, but we are going to be getting influence very, very quickly and pretty efficiently as well, I believe. I am going to attempt to take Thractori Castle in just a second. I am going to try for rapid expansion as fast as possible. Basically, that is all I am going to attempt to do at this point. Actually, can I make... I can make a party. Yeah, I know. You can also see here that my party size has also increased thanks to noble retinues and royal guard. It really is making a huge difference there. Anyway, I'm thinking that we're going to be making Arwa, who is our wife, into a party. But we're probably going to do that after these 2 sieges or after the 3 sieges, because we do have 3 fiefs very close by to each other that I would like to be able to take. So let's see what we can do here. I mean, I would personally love to get Aura into her own party so that we can actually call her into an army with us, and then we can have, you know, our leadership skill level up a little bit over the course of the next couple of in-game weeks. I think that the Vlandians will probably want peace with us quite soon. Hello there. Oh, hello there, Fernhard. Ah, yes, you're coming in here, aren't you? You're saying hello to me. Very, very viciously indeed. He's running at us with all very, very big army at the moment. So, yes, let's hopefully try to prevent ourselves from being eliminated by him. And I'm just going to go in here as fast as I possibly can. Okay, here we go, here we go. There we go. Okay, fantastic. I actually made it there without losing too much HP. I'm also going to just try and shoot a couple of people. Hello there. Hello there, sir. Welcome, welcome. This is my crossbow bolt. There are many like it, but this one is mine. There are many of those, in fact, that I have in my, well, what is it called? A quiver? Is it actually called a bolt quiver? No, surely not, right? I have no idea. What is the container that you would use to carry bolts? Because quiver is obviously for arrows, and I would assume that it's the same for bolts, but it doesn't sound right. I don't know what it is today with me thinking that things don't sound particularly right, but it's true. It doesn't sound right, right? Oh well, never mind. I'm not entirely sure. Well, we'll see, we'll see. Anyway, I would like to shoot a couple more people, but unfortunately that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like... Oh, there's actually... Wait a minute. There's someone there on the ballista. Get him. Yes. Yes, we are shooting him. Unfortunately, that was a miss. And that apparently hit the wall there. There was a bit of collision. Oh, and apparently he's been eliminated now. Okay, well, that's good to know. Let's speed things up, and there we are. All right, a wonderfully swift victory for us. Let's send in our troops. And I currently have prisoners, so I will be unable to take any other prisoners. I'm also going to be taking all the loot here. I have so much money, obviously. Going to show mercy, and we are, of course, going to claim it, because we have no other clans in my faction at the moment. So we're going to obviously be, by default, claiming basically everything. I'm actually wondering, did they implement that in 1.6.4? Because that's the version I'm currently playing on, and I'm thinking, did they implement the ability to make someone into a clan member? Yeah. I wish to reward you for your services. Oh, yes. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to give her... I don't know. Zemyan. Yeah, unfortunately, I need 500 influence. Yeah. I thought I needed influence. That's the main problem. But I actually have 323 at the moment. So all I need to do is get one more, and then I'll be able to create actual clans. I actually thought that I remember seeing something about that, and I wondered whether that was the current version that I'm playing on that was updated with that feature. And it is indeed that way, so I'm very, very pleased. Alright, let's go into Thractori Castle here, do a little bit of jiggery pokery. Let's just recruit as many units. You know what, should I just recruit as many units as possible? Yeah, let's just recruit as many units as possible, because we are going to need that. And then I'm going to give Thractori Castle to whoever, basically, to whoever. And if it does get taken in that time, then that's just how it has to be. But, you know, hopefully it's not going to happen that fast. Okay, I'm just going to wait here for some time just to make sure that this army does not turn right around and say hi to me. Ooh, hello, Mr. Belgir. I think you are sympathetic to us, aren't you? I think he likes us still, even after we have eliminated and indeed executed so many people. Yes, he has plus 60 relation. So your liege Durthart is not your friend, sir. Can you join me? Let's try and get him, shall we? Let's try and get him. All right, it's working. It's working so far. 100%. 82. Okay, there we go. All right, now this is basically a done deal, pretty much, right? This is basically a done deal because look at this. He's actually bringing 2 castles along with him, which is amazing. Okay, so Thractori Castle. Let's give him Thractori Castle. Why not, right? I mean, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I give him this? Maybe I should give him something else. Maybe I should actually give him Zemyan Castle instead. Because that's really far away, and it's kind of hard to sort of defend that, in my opinion. So, let's give him Zemyan Castle. But that's, you know, it's kind of a bit annoying because Thractori Castle is so close, and it kind of makes sense for us to maybe make him defend that instead. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it is just so far away. Zemyan Castle, that is so far away that it's probably less likely to be besieged. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do this with Mr. Belgir. And there you go. His relation has now skyrocketed all the way up to 100. And hopefully he's going to be staying with us for the foreseeable future. We can only hope, eh? We can only hope. Okay, wait a minute. The Western Empire has declared war against us. Oh, that's not very nice of you. I'm not entirely sure why they would decide to do that, considering. But what can I say? I mean, if he wants to do that, then he wants to do that. And we're going to see what we can do here. Seems like the army is actually wanting to attack me. Oh, hello there. Wow, there's a lot of people actually declaring war on me right now, but no one of consequence, I don't believe. And I'm actually wondering, can I defeat this army right here? Because they actually have a whole bunch of Botanian Fian champions. They have a lot of Manavliatons. They have some noble Azariah units and general things like that. Can I defeat them? I guess we're going to find out. Because I didn't really want to stop the siege. So we're going to find out whether we can actually achieve victory against one of the Vlandian's strongest armies. It's always really funny to me as well, by the way. Whenever we get into these kinds of situations, I always think to myself, where was this army before when we were having issues taking various territory from the Vlandian's enemies? Where were these armies before that? Because I never see them. I see them on the world map and I think to myself, oh yes, they're going to be very useful, aren't they? They're going to do something that's useful. And then they turn out to be doing the most useless garbage in the world. And I'm not entirely sure why they always tend to do that. But oh well, never mind. I guess we're just going to have to see what we can do here. It's really nice and atmospheric, though, on this battlefield. Just look at how atmospheric it is at the moment. Going to put them into shield wall so that they can gain a bunch of bonuses from our, well, whatever, from our perks that we've gained over the course of the series so far. And bear in mind that my crossbowmen are probably going to be very, very good at this. Wait a minute. Why are they there? Are you serious? I did move them into a relatively good position, or at least I thought I had. Apparently I didn't. Okay. Well, this is a very small battlefield, so it is making things a bit more difficult. Especially with all of these trees as well. No doubt I'm going to be crashing into one very soon. Okay, we're going to tell my infantry to charge in now. So they can stop just, you know, dilly-dallying around and they can actually do some damage. Okay, don't die now. Thank you. Nice. Took out one of their banner knights. No wonder they are so powerful with this army. If they have banner knights to spare, then they are definitely someone that you don't really want to mess with. Nice. We took out Voleric himself. Yes, he's going to have a headache in the morning. That is for sure.
There we go. The fabled tree. Hello, tree. Don't worry.
Yes, these really, really small trees are extremely irritating, but you know, that's just the difficulty of fighting on this particular battlefield, you know. You can't do much about it. Just gonna have to watch out a little bit more. Okay, my archers, let's move them forward a little bit. Actually, I don't want them to skirmish. I gotta resist that. I've gotta resist the auto-delegate order, because literally telling your archers to skirmish is a good idea. Don't get me wrong, it is a good idea, but it is very dependent on a variety of factors. If you tell them to auto-delegate too soon, they're just going to be way too passive, and they're going to continually be in an infinite loop of going forward, not shooting, and then running back as soon as someone comes within range of melee to them. And that is because they're attempting to skirmish with them, of course. But I suppose that's the case with crossbowmen. I think crossbowmen can't really skirmish that easily in comparison to actual archers. So that might very well impact things a little bit. How are things going, by the way? How are things going? I'm actually not entirely sure. I'm missing a lot of attacks at the moment because I'm kind of worried about getting poked in the face by a polearm, because the polearm is going to absolutely murder me or kill my horse, and whatever the case, you know, both of those are pretty bad, you know, bad situation to be in. Okay, let's tell my infantry to charge in once again. Seems like my crossbowmen have now finally gotten into a decent position, and they will now be starting to rain down some death on the opponent. I find that very amusing, by the way. Do you see that? Did you see that readout right there? It says Vlandian hardened crossbowman. And now obviously that's not amusing in itself, but what is amusing is that it's on 2 lines. So when you literally, because usually when you eliminate an enemy, their name is on 1 line, just, you know, straight across. But because it's such a long name, they had to put it on the 2nd line, or at the very least there's maybe not enough space. But I find that always kind of amusing, those kinds of things. It's not a big deal at all. You know, it's not even a deal, to be honest. But it's just a funny little, I don't know, funny little charming thing to see. Anyway, there you go. That is a wonderful victory for us, and we did end up losing 30 units. But in my opinion, that's really, who cares? You know, that is a big who cares, pretty much, right there. Okay, so there's Liena right there. We'll let her go. Voleric. I'm basically just going to be checking. These guys all like us still, by the way. They still have very good relations with us, even now. And that's actually really, really nice. So I'm pretty happy with that. Do I want the experience? I'm not entirely sure. It's one of those times, isn't it? Yes, it's definitely one of those times. Going to take all the food, and then we're just going to sort by stack, by number of item in the stack, and then we're just going to try and take as much as we can, and then 28,000 will be the donation. That sounds like a good plan to me. Alright, so now that we have dealt with that, I actually still want to continue taking this castle. So I'm actually going to do that because we're halfway done with the siege camp. And hopefully that's going to enable us to expand our borders even further. And I'm actually wondering whether I can persuade anyone else now, because I was able to persuade Belgir. I'm kind of in 2 minds about other things. So for example, Omor, who owns that? Calatilt, I might be able to... Never mind, she's got... Yes, okay, never mind. Yes, there's no way. Not in a million years. She's actually the person that owns everything over there, so I would like to be able to speak to her nevertheless. So I'm going to send a messenger, but she's probably going to tell me to go and die, basically, because she has negative 100 relation with me, so there's no way she is going to say anything pleasant. Let's just say that. Anyway, I'm going to get off my horse as soon as possible here. And then we're going to hopefully try and take the castle. There we go. Alright, let's charge. Charge, friends. Charge up those ladders and eliminate the enemy as fast as you possibly can. Oh, and I actually meant to stop the super fast mode much sooner, but okay. Seems like we're in this situation now. Get him! Ah! Yes, there we go. Okay, yeah, so actually someone was very accurate in mentioning in the comments that the reason why my character, and this is a very good point, you gotta bear in mind that a lot of these perks really do make a huge difference. But yes, you mentioned basically that the reason why my character feels so sluggish in comparison to the Berserker character from the previous series is because I just haven't taken any of those movement increasing abilities. I mean, yes, I've taken some movement speed, where the other alternative was pretty awful. But generally I haven't taken those ones where it reduces the weight of your armor, and, you know, your shield is also causing less of a weight problem as well, and, you know, and all those kinds of things. Oh, and I did not mean to click attack. Okay, well, super fast mode should get this dealt with relatively quickly, and I'm just going to make sure that I don't get shot any further. Thank you very much. I was actually getting shot super hard right there. And there we go. So we've now won very easily, of course. And there we go. Okay, so unfortunately we're not near a town, so all of these prisoners are going to waste, but do bear in mind that the prisoner selling thing is a little bit variable. It doesn't really give you a huge amount of cash most of the time, but some of the time it does, so it's a little bit touch and go in that case. And otherwise, let's see, Golorin Castle, right? Golorin Castle? I could potentially try to persuade other people to join me. So I'm thinking we might want to do that. Let's just get to 30. I don't really care how many people are actually in here. I'm just literally trying to get some bodies in here. It doesn't matter how many units or what kind of units. Just someone, you know, just someone to go into the garrison here and try to maintain control of this piece of territory. That's pretty much all I'm wanting to do right there. Okay, so Old Man Byron, yes, let us speak to you, sir. Okay, so let's actually take a look here. Who do we have? Is Vashorki? Yes, Vashorki is here. He is the owner of Belgir. I think he would be willing to listen to us. So I'm gonna speak to Calatild first, and we'll see what we can do. Oh, what? She's open to speaking? Oh, no, never mind. No, not in a million years. Not in a million years. No way. 24% chance. 52% chance. Yeah, there is... Oh, okay, apparently this is 100% chance. Okay, some very weird disparities here. Not entirely sure why that is the case. You know, I really don't understand the persuasion system in Bannerlord. I know, it seems very simple to begin with, and, you know, you can see the percentages and all that stuff. But why is it that the first option is 24%? And 7%, respectively, actually, because the other option was 7%, so it was even worse. But why is it that that is sometimes the case, and then the third option is 100% chance? It just makes no sense. I guess it very much depends on the varieties of statistics in the game and what current values you have in those. For example, the first 24% option that I had, the 24%er, that was determined by your honor rating, as far as I'm aware. And my honor rating is basically in the negative because I have obviously executed so many people and all that stuff. And generally, yeah, that is probably the reason for that. Anyway, I am going to ask... Oh, Vashorki, yes, I believe Vashorki is going to join us. Look at this. This is fantastic. We're getting 100% chances all the way across right here. Oh, 82%? That's still good enough. There we go. Now we just have to barter with him and see what we can do. Okay, so Belgir. I'm actually wondering whether I should give him something closer to that. So maybe like Zemyan and Golorin Castle, potentially. Let's do both of those. There we go. Alright, that sounds good to me. And now I can take Cantrec Castle, so now we have another vassal that has joined us, which is fantastic. Okay, so Gersagos Castle is the other one. Otherwise, we're looking pretty good. Cairban Seth is currently under siege. Druimore Castle as well. Let's actually have a look. Druimore Castle is owned by Ekaran, who hates me. Okay, that's not going to work then. What about Gersagos Castle? Let's have a look at Gersagos Castle real quick. Berican, he actually likes us a bit, but he has been defeated recently. So it is highly unlikely that we'll be able to do anything there. Cantrec, let's do this. And indeed, yes, the clan that owns this particular castle also hates us, so it's highly unlikely we'll be able to do anything there. Oh yeah, yes, I need to. I completely forgot. I need to make a companion into a vassal, don't I? Yes. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited about that. Very, very excited. Okay, I will do that after this particular siege. It's going to be a super, super fast siege anyway. There is actually a siege going on by the Western Empire at Golarin Castle as well. So I'm actually going to go over there as soon as I possibly can and try to stop that if possible. Bear in mind that I really do need to go back to Vlandian territory and recruit more units. I have over 400, army capacity now. So it's really a good idea that I make the most of that. But unfortunately, at the moment, I'm probably not going to be able to do that because I'm just consistently fighting all the time. Okay, let me see if I can get 250 in crossbows. 249? 249? Nice. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Just had to wait for him to pop his head out. Very nice. I was trying to shoot his arm right there. I was trying to shoot his hand, but obviously that's not going to work. Oh, where did they go? Did they get eliminated? Apparently they got eliminated. Oh, it seems like my forces are literally getting stuck right now, and they are now forcing the enemy to literally kill them with just random archery. That is not particularly good. Oh, I'm fighting a Batanian Fian champion right there. Wow, that is kind of menacing. As soon as I saw that guy, I thought to myself, oh yes, we're going to be in for a bit of a difficult time, but apparently I didn't. Apparently I had no issues with that. Anyway, there we are. That is a wonderful victory right there. We did end up losing 11 units, but as I say, we're going to be able to recruit more units, hopefully soon-ish. And I am going to need to restore myself quite heavily before I go and try to defend the Western Empire's siege. And I'm actually going to put some money in here before I give this to one of my companions. Drusabalda, I believe, is really good, and I think that she could probably... I think she could probably turn into a pretty good vassal. Wait a minute. What is the culture of this? Cantrec Castle? Batanian. That is somewhat... it's somewhat difficult, okay? It's somewhat difficult, because here's the thing. I know Drusabalda, and she is Empire, as far as I'm aware. No, she's Vlandian, actually. Never mind. Okay, I'm an idiot. Alright. What about Mitunis? No, he's Azurai. Amnon, your Empire, you imbecile. Ah, this guy is Batanian. However, he is literally a trader. As you can quite clearly tell. He has 277 in trade. Maybe this is going to work? I mean, he has nothing, right? He has nothing. So I'm going to need to kit him out in some stuff. So let's just give him a whole bunch of, decent armor. I mean, nothing... I mean, I obviously don't have the opportunity or the time right now to basically go into a town or anything like that and literally buy stuff for him. I would be happy to do that, but I really don't have the time for it, unfortunately. So I'm just going to literally give him Void Slashing Death Murder Slice Mode. Yes, give him that. There we go. And he has a decent amount of athletic skill as well, so I'm perfectly happy with giving him that. Okay, so now let's just speak to him. I want to reward you for your services. You are going to be getting, think of a different location. Let's have a look. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Cantrec Castle. There we go. And he's going to be given the title of Baron and the fiefdom of Cantrec Castle. You richly deserve it. There we go. Okay, we can select... Oh, look at this. This is pretty cool. You can select his clan name. Okay, so he's obviously called Blacktooth. So maybe we just want to call them Blacktooth or Black Teeth? I mean, that doesn't really sound particularly appetizing, does it? I mean, doesn't... I mean, does he care? Maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. Blacktooth clan? Yeah, why not? Blacktooth. Why not? Let's just go with his name. I mean, his name is now Baron Muinsa Blacktooth, so it kind of makes sense that he would be the leader of Blacktooth clan, right? So, kind of makes sense. Okay, so now that we've done that, I really do need to try and restore myself as fast as possible. Hopefully this guy is going to do a good job. If he doesn't do a good job, I will be very upset. And I will exclaim for about 2 seconds how disappointed I am. Yes, indeed. You know how it goes. That's the sort of thing I do. Anyway, Golarin Castle is somewhere I'm going to have to rush off to now because we have not really a very Oh, hello. You are literally chancing things, sir. You are a very cheeky person, Mr. Vipon. And, you know, hilariously enough, if this guy had more relation with us, I would like him to join us, to be honest. Can I try to persuade him? I mean, a 24% chance is highly unlikely to go through, but there is still that chance, you know what I mean? It's still possible to potentially get him to join you. It is just a case of, well, it's a bit random. But obviously in this case, he decided not to. Oh, 90%. Okay, we got a critical success with a 90%er. That is actually fantastic. And yeah, I guess we'll give him something, right? We'll give him a castle. I mean, I have a whole bunch, so I might as well give him a castle. I don't particularly know which one to give him, to be fair. I think I'll give him Glintor. Oh, wow, he doesn't care about that. Ooh, this is very interesting. Okay. I'm thinking actually Glintor, probably. I'm thinking Glintor Castle. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking Glintor Castle. And I'm going to have to give him some money. How much money do you... You literally just... No, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's not what I'm giving you, sir. I am giving you Glintor Castle. And you will be happy with 200,000. He seems to be happy with 200,000. Okay, let's have a look. That is 200,000. Okay, yeah, he seems to be happy with 200,000, and he's going to be getting Glintor Castle, and hopefully he's not going to backstab me right now. And look at the amount of... We literally just put ourselves back in his good graces, and now he is our best friend. Okay, that's probably not the best friend that you could ever get, because he literally just was like, oh, I gave you a tenner, mate. You know, he literally got a tenner from me, and now he is like best buds. That is probably not the best idea, all things considered. Really not. Anyway, Daldon Castle is now under siege as well, but we have now expanded rather nicely, and you can see here that Britannia has been the people that perpetrated the siege at Caerban Seth, which is pretty good to know. I don't really care about it that much, but... You know, it's good to know that that has not fallen into the hands of anyone else, because it was currently under rebellion, I believe. I think it was a rebellion. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. We have now rebelled and created our very own Beartild sovereignty. Sounds a little bit better now that I think about it, although the acronym for it, or the, shall we say, the shortened version is BS, and I think you can kind of tell what that is. So, it's probably perfect, right? It's probably a perfect acronym for us. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.